Hey, I've said it before too. I said it before this guy. Bitcoin's a Ponzi scheme. However, most currencies really are Ponzi schemes in that they are built on trust. And the beauty of Bitcoin is it's built on the fact that you don't have to trust, right? That's why it's an innovation. That's why it's so amazing. Now, it doesn't surprise me that the president or the CEO, Jamie Dimon of JP Morgan, tell me that's not a freaking Ponzi scheme. Tell me that JP Morgan, bailed out by the taxpayers in 2008, right? The head of JP Morgan is so in bed with the U.S. government and the Federal Reserve banking system, the central bank, that of course he has to come out against Bitcoin. That's like the CEO of Exxon saying, guys, we really don't see potential in solar or wind power. It's really not practical. Maybe someday, right? Of course, Jamie Dimon of JP Morgan is going to slam Bitcoin as a fraud, right? But it's kind of like the pot calling the kettle black. It's, yeah, in the moment when everything melts down again, and the government is no longer able to come in and save JP Morgan from their bullshit, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens with Bitcoin. And my personal opinion, again, this is a rant, so it's my personal opinion, and if you disagree, that's fine. Please be respectful in the comments, because I respect your difference of opinion, and please respect mine. This is what I'm going to talk about. So, what happens in the news, right? Bitcoin goes up and all the headlines are Bitcoin hits new highs. Bitcoin hits new highs. You could literally trade on the headlines, right? Just do the opposite. Bitcoin's hit new highs. Wow. Okay, we got to sell, right? Bitcoin's a fraud. It's a Ponzi scheme. Oh, time to buy, right? That's all you need to do to look at the headlines. And for years working with anxiety clients, I found out that most of them were listening to the news all the time. The news is designed to be hypnotically anxiety provoking, right? But you can see how this one guy who has the ear of the mass media can affect millions upon millions of people and move a market, right? He's probably secretly in Bitcoin. He's buying. And I would be willing to bet these big traders are not going to stay away from it much longer because there's money to be made here, and they'll probably ruin it for everybody. But this is what he says. He says he would fire any employee trading Bitcoin for being stupid. Like, it's a fraud worse than tulip bulbs. Well, we know that all of these markets have the same thing that tulips have. It's a group of people who are kind of motivated by our inherent greed to go, wow, I can actually make more money doing this than I can farming. Or I can actually make more money doing this than I can doing X, Y, or Z that's hard work and boring, right? And we want that. We yearn. That's what has driven the human race forward for millions of years is we're always looking for an easier, faster, better way. We're looking for low-hanging fruit. Why climb the tree if you can get all the fruit you need right here within arm reach, right? It's wired into our animal mammalian lizard brains. And yeah, I got a lot of views when I basically said a couple of months ago now, Bitcoin's a Ponzi scheme because I was experiencing the Ponzi schemes and they're like little micro markets, right? A Ponzi scheme is a little micro market. And the people who get in early do well, but the people who race and get in later get clobbered, right? Bitcoin and all currencies, including the US dollar, are in many senses Ponzi schemes in that They are markets. They're groups of people. And the people, let's use Roger Ver as an example. He's like the first guy who was like, hey, this is the real deal. And he started investing in it. He started buying it when it was, $1, right? If you look at it like that, yeah, it's a Ponzi scheme. But it's so huge that it probably won't finish its process for another 100 years, right? And that's a good run, right? In the meantime, it serves a purpose, and you don't have to trust. It's decentralized. It's very different from the J.P. Morgans of the world, and that's exactly why it came into being, is because of the J.P. Morgans and the Goldman Sachses and the Lehman Brothers of the world manipulating the world finances. And really, tell me that trading mortgage-backed securities isn't a Ponzi scheme. Really, come on. There's no value there. It's just crap, and they're just trading it. There's no underlying value. It's just they're trading it. But it's interesting to see how the markets respond. Plus, we have that, plus China and the news from China, and boom, Bitcoin drops, right? Isn't it an egotistical boost to this guy to see how powerful he is, that he can destroy a market, that he can take millions of dollars out of people's pockets just with his words? Think about it. Interesting, right? And what is his self-interest? Bitcoin threatens him. Bitcoin will replace him. We don't need him anymore, right? So anyway, I just want to do a quick one here, a little quick rant, because I haven't done a rant in a while. And in the Crypto Cranker's Guide to the Galaxy, these are our opponents, the old thinking, and this is the power elite. This is the face of the Illuminati and the power elite. These are the people that run the world. And the bottom line is, I don't think they're going to go quietly. You know what I mean? And Bitcoin does threaten them. So there is some risk for us in the cryptocurrency world, because we are still small. But that's why it's not yet a quote-unquote bubble, because we're still small, right? Bitcoin is still in its early beginnings of being adopted, right? And the thing is, if you're going to bet against the mainstream, as Earl Nightingale said, and I've quoted about 1,000,000 times in these videos, if you see what the crowd's doing and you don't know what to do, go the other way. He is the crowd. He represents the crowd of people there. No, I'm fine with the US dollar. Meanwhile, countries all over the world are getting rid of their US dollars. Countries all over the world are going into gold. Countries all over the world are waking up to the fact that the US is on the decline, right? And that's not pretty news to hear, but we don't make anything here anymore, right? Where's our innovation? Well, this is one area where we are innovating. Maybe it's a good thing, maybe it's not. I don't know. I'm still able to grow my own food. I grow a significant amount of my own food in my own home, right? In windowsills, in my garden. In the winter, I have a sunny windowsill and I can grow significant amounts of my own food. So the thing is, we don't know what's going to happen, and the world right now seems to be hovering on the edge of some intense financial shifts. And so pay attention to that, and I'm just saying, as a hypnotist, as a student of the human mind, pay attention to what someone like Jamie Dimon has to lose if Bitcoin succeeds, right? So that's all I have to say. And I said it, and I'm glad, and thank you guys for watching. And if you like this, please subscribe. And if you like music, check out my sound healing hypnosis stuff that I'm doing as well. And my attempt here is to learn how to make money trading cryptos so I can fund my music, so I don't have to ask people for handouts, right? Because music is a business that has been disrupted by the internet, and that's okay. I'm cool with it. I just want to figure out how to do it so that I can do what I was put here to do, make a difference in people's lives, make some kind of positive contribution in some small way to your life, and to understanding the human mind and how we can use our weaknesses and our strengths to prosper and profit in a way that's enjoyable. That's it. That's all I'm doing here. So thanks so much. This is day 46, I think, of my 90-day challenge to go deep into the rabbit hole of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Dash, the altcoins, this whole new world. And thanks so much for your attention. I'll see you in the next one. Peace and grooves.